What if I told you there's a new gold rush happening right now, but you don't need a pickaxe or a shovel to get in on it? We're about to walk through the 9 essential AI skills that are completely changing the job market. And this isn't just about learning a new piece of software. This is a full-on roadmap to some of the highest-paying work out there today.
And check this out. This quote from investor Dan Martell just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the massive shift that's happening as we speak. The rules of the game are changing, and the people who really master how to communicate with AI, they're going to be the new top earners. Okay, so how do you actually become one of them? Well, we've broken it down into a 9-skill ladder. I want you to think of it as a clear, step-by-step path, starting with the basics and climbing all the way to the most valuable AI roles. We're going to kick things off with the first group of skills, the creative ladder. You can think of these as your entry point, right? These are the foundational skills that pretty much anyone can start learning today to really get a foothold in this whole AI revolution.
So, the very first rung on the ladder, and you could argue it's the most important one, is prompt engineering. This is basically the art and science of how to talk to an AI to get exactly what you want out of it.
And trust me, it's a valuable skill. People who get really good at this are already pulling in $50 to $100 an hour. And you might be asking, why? Well, it's simple. The quality of what you put into the AI directly dictates the quality of what it spits out. Getting this right saves companies thousands in wasted time and effort.
The secret sauce here is really this 4-step structure. First, you tell the AI its role, like act as a senior brand strategist. This gives it context. Second, you feed it data, give it some good examples of what you're looking for. Third, you have to be super specific in your ask. And finally, you tell it exactly how you want the output formatted. You nail this down, and you've mastered the foundation of everything else. So now that you know how to talk to an AI, let's climb up to the next skill. And this one's a big deal. AI-assisted software development. The craziest part? You don't have to be a traditional programmer to do this anymore. And just look at that pay jump. All of a sudden, we're talking $100 to $200 an hour. That's because you're not just asking questions anymore. You're creating custom tools that solve real problems for people. What's so powerful about this is how accessible it's become. I mean, you can literally ask an AI to teach you how to build a simple app, step by step. Find a problem someone is willing to pay you to solve. Maybe a personal trainer needs a tool for their clients, and just use AI to start building it. It's all about taking action.
All right, next up, AI design. It wasn't that long ago that creating a realistic image with AI was, it was a clunky mess. But now, it's all about your creative idea. That's way more important than how well you know some complicated piece of software.
And just like development, this skill commands a really high rate. The ability to just generate amazing visuals on demand is an absolute game changer for any business trying to move fast. The key things to focus on here are 1. Getting great at writing prompts for images. 2. Learning the AI-powered editing tools that are now just built right into things like Photoshop. And 3. Using AI to automate big chunks of the web design process. Climbing a little higher, we get to AI video editing. For anybody who has ever spent hours and hours and hours cutting footage or trying to find the perfect B-roll clip, this is a revolution. The most boring, time-sucking tasks are now just automated, instantly. And this illustrates the shift perfectly. It used to be like 80% of your time was the technical grind. Now, that's completely flipped on its head. The AI handles the grunt work, which frees you up to focus on the stuff that actually matters. The storytelling, the pacing, the feel of it. It's kind of like having a chef who does all the boring chopping for you so you can just focus on cooking. So the final skill on our creative ladder is AI writing. But let's be super clear here. The most valuable skill isn't just getting an AI to write a bunch of words. It's using AI strategically to communicate powerful ideas that actually get people to do something.
So here's the 3-part process that the top pros are using. First, extraction. They'll feed an AI hours of a podcast and tell it to pull out all the best stories and lessons. Second, ideation. They'll have it analyze content that's already gone viral to generate new ideas. And third, creation. They build a custom AI model that perfectly captures a specific brand's unique voice.
All right, so we've covered the creative skills. That's how you can produce some amazing individual work. But now we're moving up the ladder to where you can really scale your impact. This is the business systems ladder. This is all about going from being a creator to being an architect, using AI to build and optimize entire engines for growth. First up on this ladder, AI content marketing.
And I want you to think way bigger than just one article or one video. Think about building a completely automated content engine. A wild example of this? Arnold Schwarzenegger's podcast and newsletter are largely run by an agency using AI systems for everything from voice clones to generating content.
And as we move into building systems, you can see the income potential really starts to climb. We're now in that $200 to $300 an hour range for building these kinds of automated machines for clients.
Next is no-code AI automation. You know, every single business has these inefficient workflows that just waste time and money, manually updating spreadsheets, routing customer emails, onboarding new people. Being the person who can walk in and automate all those processes, well, that is an incredibly valuable service.
This quote from Naval Ravikant just says it all. The new economy pays for results, for output, and automation is the single best way to multiply that output, which is exactly why this skill is in such high demand.
And that brings us to AI data analysis. Look, huge companies like Amazon have been running on data for years. Soon, every single business is going to need to use AI to turn all their messy, disconnected data into clear, profitable decisions.
An AI data analyst really provides three critical services. First, they clean up all that scattered data into one reliable source. Second, they enrich that data with more information. And third, and this is the magic part, they use AI to find actionable insights, like finding where a company's most profitable customers are hiding in plain sight.
Okay, we have climbed 8 rungs on our ladder. We've gone from creative skills to business systems, but now we're at the very, very top, the apex skill. So, after all of that, what is the single most lucrative, highest impact AI skill that you can possibly learn right now?
It's no-code AI agent development. And let's be super precise here. This isn't about creating a tool to assist a human. No, this is about building autonomous AI agents that can replace entire job functions, working around the clock with perfect precision. And this is the absolute top of the pyramid, $400 to $500 an hour, and often a lot more. Why? Because you're not selling your time anymore. You're selling a digital employee that works 24/7, executes perfectly every single time, and delivers a massive return on investment.
This is the critical mindset shift. The old thinking was, oh, someone who uses AI will take my job. The new thinking is, if I don't learn how to replace myself with AI agents, I'm going to be replaced by someone who does. You have to be the one building them.
And the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you work with the client to meticulously define and map out the entire job the agent's going to do. Second, you develop the model by training it on tons of real data of that job being done correctly. And third, you deploy it and create a feedback loop so it just gets smarter and more valuable over time.
So there you have it, the 9-skill ladder, from foundational creative work all the way up to building autonomous AI agents. Now let's talk about what you actually do with this information.
Look, this isn't just some interesting theory. You have the full roadmap now. The demand for every single one of these skills is absolutely exploding. This is a gold rush, and the window of opportunity is wide open right now.
So the only question left is the one you see right here. You don't have to master all 9 of these at once. Just pick one. Which rung on this ladder are you going to step on and start climbing first?